Hi, I'm Ruby from Ruby's Bedtime Stories. Today I'm going to read Henry and His Horrendous Hiccups, written by Salma Zaman, and it was illustrated by Ursula Hurst, and this book has been sent to me from England. Class 6 were on a trip to their local library looking at a special exhibition all about space exploration. Suddenly, Henry let out a horrendous hiccup. "Quiet, please, Henry. Horrendous hiccuping is not allowed in libraries," grumbled Miss Buchanan, lowering her voice. "You're too noisy." Henry covered his mouth, but it was no use. Another horrendous hiccup echoed around the library. "Hiccup, hiccup, that's all I hear. Count to 10, whispered Miss Buchanan. "Tried," replied Henry as he hiccuped again. "But it didn't work." "Count backward then," said an impatient Miss Buchanan. "Perhaps hold your breath," suggested Mr. Fox. "Tried." Henry looked sheepish. Henry's eyes widened. "Big one coming!" he screamed. "Emergency situation, everyone!" yelled Mr. Fox. Before any of them could react, a continuous stream of Henry's horrendous hiccups burst from his mouth. He didn't even get the chance to say "pardon me" before the force of the hiccups pushed the entire class and their teachers into a peculiar-looking machine. It began making strange noises. "Goodness, is it a UFO?" asked a curious Miss Buchanan. "Was it left here by aliens?" Henry wondered aloud. "Whoa, I think it's a futuristic spaceship," squealed an excited Mr. Fox. "I always wanted to ride in one." With the force of the next hiccup, smoke came from the machine's engine. Colourful lights flashed on the dashboard, and the machine began to rock with a loud metallic clang. Then, with a bang, it took off. "Hold on tight, children," shouted Mr. Fox as they sped through the library's glass dome towards a bright light. Seconds later, they found themselves in space, hurtling towards another planet. "Which planet is that, Miss Buchanan?" asked Henry. "Well, we're heading away from the sun," said Miss Buchanan, "so it can't be Mercury or Venus. Can anyone remember the order of the planets?" Everyone looked blank. "Many very excited monkeys just swing until night," sang Miss Buchanan. Now everyone was looking at her as if she was crazy. "It's a mnemonic to help you remember the order of the planets," she explained. "The first letter of each word is also the first letter of each planet, starting with the closest to the sun. Many is Mercury, very is Venus, excited is Earth, monkeys is Mars, just is Jupiter, swing is Saturn, until is Uranus, night is Neptune." said Mr Fox, who was looking out of the window. The view of the planet was blurred by space debris floating past. Below, they could see futuristic robots working very quickly to sort out the debris, and lots of socks. That must be where all my missing socks ends up, murmured Mr Fox. Aliens were conducting experiments of all kinds, and strange-looking cars and buses were whizzing everywhere. A giant vacuum cleaner sucked up all the socks that weren't in pairs and then blasted them out into space. The spaceship seemed to swallow the socks up, and they popped out of a hatch onto the dashboard. Miss Buchanan found some rope and began quickly pegging them onto it. Without warning, the spaceship suddenly began to plummet back to Earth at an alarming speed. Something bright yellow and sticky looking was leaking from it, floating out into space. "We're going to crash land!" shouted Miss Buchanan. "Help!" cried Mr Fox, grabbing onto the door handle in panic. The door flew open, and one by one the boys and girls started to fall through it and float out into space. As they tried to grab onto a flying bus, they quickly became covered in the yellow sticky liquid and socks from the giant vacuum cleaner. The liquid was like glue. Debris and socks stuck to every child. "More hiccups, Henry!" demanded Miss Buchanan. Henry hiccuped, but nothing happened. "Again, Henry!" screamed Miss Buchanan, but still nothing happened. "We're going to crash!" screamed Mr Fox. However, Miss Buchanan had a plan. "Grab on!" she yelled, and she threw the sock-filled rope towards the children. As they reached for it, they became covered in the yellow glue, which stuck the rope onto their hands. The others pulled them back into the machine. "Yippee!" exclaimed Mr Fox, who had spotted his missing favourite sock. "Now I've got a pair." With everyone safely back into the machine, it slowed down. "Phew, that was close," said Mr Fox as they landed back in the exhibition. "Looks like I've saved the day," smiled Miss Buchanan. "You helped me find my missing favourite sock. Everyone got home safely, and the force of the landing seems to have cured Henry's hiccups too," said a grateful Mr Fox. "What a day!" Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the book. And a big thank you to Salma and Zaman for sending me these amazing books. Thank you. Bye!